Fans, what's up? We just came off of week 15 for the Seattle San Francisco game, 17-7. I'm pretty surprised because a lot of people bet against the point spread that we had 10 points, and in Vegas that's what they bet on. Um, but I didn't think it was going to happen, not against the Niners and Harbaugh, to be honest. But you know what? Against all odds, we came out and pulled it off anyways. So that's yet another thing for Seattle that I think we deserve a little bit of credit for, defying all odds pretty much. But I believe the Seahawks kind of deserve a lot more respect after the years we've struggled so much. We got a Super Bowl win. I mean, against the best, arguably like the best quarterback in the NFL nowadays, if not in history. We got an upset against the Niners in the championship game. We got an intimidating, big time defense for the second year on now. Possibly, I think it's a third actually, to be honest. Just didn't cut out the way that we wanted against Atlanta and whatnot. Let's see, we got our second Super Bowl appearance. I mean, the first one against the Steelers was a little kind of shitty, in my opinion, if you want me to be honest. A lot of bad calls that were called against us. So that's, there's two Super Bowl appearances now. How many do you want before we actually get recognition? The list just goes on and on. But so now that we beat San Francisco, they're out of the playoff run. They're done. There's no chance. Not like I'm worried about them or anything, but you know what? We got them twice. Their fans are always talking bad on Seattle about how we suck and whatnot. And I mean, how much do we got to prove to you for real? I mean, I know it's just a game in the end, but the only reason why we talk down on your team is because you talk down on ours. To be honest, I mean, they're both great teams. They both are the heat of the NFL right now. The media is coming towards both of our teams, and it's great publicity for our teams. So, I don't understand why there's so much hate that we need to fight about it. So, anyways, we have to win our last two games against the Cardinals and St. Louis. We have a road game against Arizona. They lost their first and second string quarterback and their first string running back. So it's going to be a little bit tough. But I think Seattle can get the job done even if they're at home. I don't really think that's going to matter because we've proven this year that, and last year, we've proven both years that we don't need the 12s to be there for us to win a game. We don't need our home crowd to beat these guys. Like, what else are you going to say about the 12s now? Like, yeah, we need our home crowd to win? No, absolutely not. Like, they're just the most supportive fans in the NFL. That's it. Like, Seattle almost left to LA and became LA Seahawks or whatever they were going to be. But you know what? A group of Seahawks fans stuck together and kept our team in Seattle. So I think that's it's a little better than a lot of teams who have transferred to different locations. Let's see. I think if we get those games beat against the Cardinals and against the Rams, we'll get the number one NFC seed, which means we can get home field advantage. And last year, I mean, nobody wanted to come play in Seattle. So, I mean, that crowd has an effect, but we don't need them. It'll be a big deal though. Second year in a row that we get home field advantage if we can pull it off. So I definitely am looking forward to that. I think that's a part of history. Um, let's see. Lynch wanted to make some comments on the players on the last game. I think Lynch did a great job. He could do a lot better like normally, but he took some warming up to get. I seriously was frustrated for a while because the offense, they were running him. But the offense wasn't blocking for him, and he was getting nowhere. And it seems like they keep doing it until he breaks out and gets a big run. But, if the offense blocked like they were supposed to, then Lynch would carry the team. He would do just fine. We'd go back to the Wilson-Lynch whole deal going on with the read options and whatnot. But we need those guys to block. Like, we need those guys to start doing their jobs. I mean, step up a little bit more, or hopefully next year we get some better blockers. It's our biggest struggle right now is the offense, which I understand that, but somehow they're managing, and I give them props definitely. So Lynch got 91 yards and a touchdown. Let's see, Russell Wilson. He was struggling a little bit. He got sacked quite a bit, but he learns quick and comes back. He learns how to work over their opposing D after he takes a beating for a minute. He knows how to deal with them after that. So I give him props for that too. He did it with San Francisco. They kept running him and bombing him, and he started to learn how to play him. So props to him for that. His evasion skills evolve every game, and blows my mind. That little guy he's special, man. He's got something that not many quarterbacks have. So like Russell Wilson. Um, I really I really think I'm liking what I'm seeing from Paul Richardson. This guy, I told myself and some of my friends, I told them also that, I have my eye on Paul Richardson, and I like what I'm seeing. This game was big. He had a touchdown a couple games ago, and I got called back, so that kind of sucked. Got called back on a penalty because of our offensive line, but actually it might have been Turbin, but I don't remember. But yeah, that was his first touchdown, but he got one this game against the Niners, and he looks like he's starting to shine a little bit. Ever since his NFL draft, I did some research on his highlights to see how he might be, and I got my eye on him. I really think that Paul Richardson is going to be the next Percy Harvin for Seattle. I think given some years, he'll start to shine. But that's what my prediction is, and I think it's a good one. I'll stand by it. Hopefully, we don't lose him. Hopefully, he evolves the way I think he will. But yeah, he's my breakout 2014 draft pick for Seattle. And I looked at his Colorado highlights, and from him showing off in training camp doing the Hail Marys against the Seattle D, he's just blowing people down the field and showing that he wanted the spot. And I'm going to stand by that. I'm going to stand by Paul Richardson to evolve into possibly our next Percy Harvin. And pretty soon we'll start saying Percy who. But, I'm not happy about what Percy did. I don't know the whole situation. I read about it. I did my research on it a little bit. And clearly it was a good decision because we got a healthy offense, healthy defense, and I don't know what Percy was doing to cloud their momentum, but now that it's gone, they're coming together. So, I mean, Pete Carroll knows what he's doing, and if he was just too hard to handle for a guy like Pete Carroll who works with any player through whatever they need, that's what they had to do. So we're going to talk about the Week 16 game against Arizona. With the first string Carson Palmer and the second string Drew Stanton out for Arizona, and the first string running back. I believe Seattle should have this Week 16 game on lockdown, but you always got to consider home field advantage, and Seattle has proven, like I said, this year that and last year that they don't need the 12s to win. So I really hope they can go into Arizona and get it done. We already beat them once. We shut them down, and that was with their second string quarterback. So, and their first string running back was there. So I don't see why we should lose this game at all. But teams fight hard around this time of year. So, Bruce Arians, he's a good coach, and we're going to see a lot out of Bruce Arians. But the team is just falling apart. This is the Arizona Cardinals' year. And this is the time of year where they just start breaking down. So guess who's going to come scoop in and take over? Yet again, this isn't the first time Arizona's had a really good streak. But Arizona and San Francisco always pick up the pieces and finish it off. And Seattle's going to do it this year. So will we win the next two games? I'm predicting yes. I'd say it's probably 90% chance, but it's always possible that we won't and get the home field advantage. I won't put that past my mind, not once. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Now, we got the team to beat them. We got the team to annihilate them, but I mean, they just need to keep clicking. They need to get their penalties on check, and they need to get their offensive line to learn how to do their job. Man, Russell Wilson is struggling back there because he's having to play the whole defense by himself, coming right at him. Our guys are just letting him through, and I don't think they're. I mean, there's some good people stepping up, but not as often as we need them to. So my prediction against Arizona, of course, it's going to be Seattle. But if you want me to get back at you with my prediction on the score, I will do that sometime later this week when I do a little more research and info, so that way I can give you an accurate prediction on the score. So until then, thank you. It's my very first video, so you know what? Hopefully, I can give you guys the best of inputs that I can for the Seahawks and for the NFL. I'm constantly checking out interviews and paying attention to what's going on. So if you want my opinion, subscribe, and I'll keep you in touch. Thanks so much.